What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn has laid out some options, or he has mentioned Anthony Joshua's rise to fame, his defeat, and what he might do if he wins the Ruiz fight. And he said something very surprising. Shouts out to Ken, actually. I seen it in a comment. And he said that Anthony Joshua may retire after the Ruiz fight. If he beats Ruiz, he may retire. And I've, to aid this, Joshua has stated that if he does beat Andy Ruiz, don't ask me about Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. I wanted to fight these guys. These guys have frozen me out. They decided to fight each other. We've offered them, several offers. They've declined them. And I think that supports what Eddie Hearn was saying. So I don't think Eddie Hearn would say Joshua may retire without Joshua actually saying that himself. You know what I'm saying? Because those are bold words coming from someone that's only 29 years of age. And with 24 fights? And he's talking retirement. So he had to mention that to Eddie Hearn, that he may retire if he beats Andy Ruiz. Because he's like, I've tried to fight these guys. These guys don't want to fight me. If you mention their names, you're mentioning my name. But then they mention my name to get more fame. Look, this is me counterpunching this. First of all, it would be a big shock to me if Joshua retired. That's if he beats Ruiz. Now, if he beats Ruiz, he retires, and I would think he would retire due to frustration, due to not getting the fights that he wanted, not fighting the cream of the crop, or the supposed cream of the crop, because until these other fighters fight the other top fighters, we won't know who's the best out of any of them, okay? We just learned something with Ruiz and Joshua the first fight, okay? We learned something from Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. But then you have other fighters like White, Ortiz, even Rivas. He's still in the mix. You have all these other fighters that have never fought these top fighters. Until these top fighters fight the other leading or top 5 or top 10 competition, then we can only see who's the best, because someone will give those guys a challenge and perhaps beat those other guys. It's just those other guys, which are the top, which is Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. They have to start fighting guys worth a damn. They can't keep on fighting people either we don't know or the same people. You know what I mean? We're not getting anywhere. The heavyweight division is not progressing. In fact, it's becoming stagnant, and the only person that's actually fighting new people is Joshua. Now, the ironic thing is he's fighting the same guy because he was beaten by the same guy, but he was beaten by a guy that didn't get the opportunity to fight these other guys, okay? So I think if Joshua mentioned to Eddie, which I believe, because Eddie just wouldn't spring that out of his ass, that maybe Joshua may retire, I think he's bringing that up because these guys don't want to fight. He's tired of the rat race. I think that's, but it's hard for me to believe, honestly, that Joshua has his passion back. Maybe he has his passion to fight one fight, because if he's talking retirement, his passion for boxing overall is not back. It's just, I think he has a fixation on Ruiz to get those belts back. But I think that would be the only thing that would motivate him, because he lost to this one fighter. So now he has this one fighter in mind. Fuck all the other fighters, because they haven't fought me, as we know, or fought him rather. And I think out of frustration, he would retire. That's the only thing that I can come up with, because it makes sense in a sense now. I think about it more. If he beats Ruiz, what's going to happen after that? The same old bullshit, the same excuses about money and A side and B side and all this other shit, sides of the streets and all that shit comes about, where the fight's going to be, how much money you think they should make, and this, that, and the other. And look, that's going to be another problem. Where you got a guy that turn down all this money. It's frustrating to really want to go back to that. So I do understand that for that reason, but don't convince me that you got your passion for boxing back, because you wouldn't be talking retirement after a comeback win over a guy that defeated you the first time in your career. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.